What if a young Italian woman, raised in luxury and surrounded by the elegance of European cities, made a choice so powerful it stunned the internet? Imagine giving up everything you've ever known, luxury brands, city life, fine dining, just to follow your heart across the world to a humble village in China. This is the true and deeply emotional story of Menace and Cannon, a woman of wealth, a man of simplicity, and a love so strong it crossed continents, cultures, and expectations. A story that defies the rules of status and tradition and proves that love, when it's real, is more powerful than anything money can offer. Menace was born and brought up in Italy, in a family that enjoyed the finer things in life. From her childhood, she was surrounded by comfort, whether it was the best schools, fashionable clothes, or family holidays across Europe. She grew up in a society that encouraged freedom, beauty, and personal choice. On the other hand, Cannon was a man from rural China. He worked as a photographer, capturing nature and simple people with his camera, living in a small village in Guangzhou. His life was far from glamorous, but full of sincerity. The contrast between their worlds was massive, yet their hearts found a perfect rhythm. The two met through a social platform, curious and open-minded. They spoke in different languages, lived in opposite worlds, but emotionally, they were closer than anyone else. Their relationship started with chats, grew into calls, and soon into visits across countries. Cannon showed Menace his village, his culture, his way of life, and she wasn't just impressed, she was in love. After dating for a long time and growing through ups and downs, the two decided to marry. Not in a luxurious hotel or a grand venue, but in a heartfelt, local ceremony. No bride price, no pressure, just two souls committing to each other. After the marriage, Menace made the life-changing decision to move permanently to Cannon's village in rural China. For someone used to clean European streets, fast cars, and high-end shopping, this was more than a change. It was a transformation. She left her European world behind. No housemates, no wine bars, no designer boutiques. Instead, she impressed the simplicity of village life. She cooked with firewood, fetched water, walked muddy roads, and smiled through it all. Not for fame, not for social media, but for love. Menace chose Cannon's reality and made it her own. Menace didn't just adapt, she blended in. She became a part of the community like she had always been there. She learned to drive small tractors, worked the field, helped with planting, and even went fishing. She did everything the local women did, with joy, without complaint. The biggest surprise? She was happy. In 2019, just 1 year after their wedding, the couple had their first child. Now they have two beautiful kids. She raises them with love, teaches them Italian and Chinese, and shared deep respect for both cultures. Her life, once full of luxury, now finds happiness in muddy woods and small hands. In China today, marriage has become an expensive and difficult goal for many young men. Parents of brides often expect a house, car, and secure job before they allow their daughter to marry. These traditions have led to frustration and declining marriage rates. Cannon, like many others, would have struggled to meet these expectations. But Menace saw something more important than money. She saw Cannon's heart. She married for love. And for Cannon, this was more than lucky. It was blessing. There are relationship challenges, social expectations, and inspires others to look beyond material requirements. This story is more than viral. It's a reminder that love is not always polished and pretty. Sometimes it is messy, tough, and full of small sacrifices. Menace and Cannon proved that marriage is not a contract of wealth, but a bond of values. In a world where appearances matter too much, their raw and simple life teaches us to value connection. Whether in Italy or China, rich or poor, love that is pure will always find a way. Their story has touched millions, not because of drama, but because of its realness. Would you ever leave your comfort zone for the one you love? Could you trade city lights for village sunsets if your heart said so? Menos did. And through her story, we are reminded that happiness has no address, and true love asks for no price. If this story moved you, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more cultural journeys, and share it with someone who believes in love without limits.